Yo, what is good? What is poppin'? It is your normie sensei, King Kunch in the building. What is popping off with y'all, man? Look, we got a great show tonight. Trinity, what's going on, bro? Look, we got a great show tonight. Look, we got to talk about Marvel dropping out of Comic-Con Hall H. Like, dog, like, what in the hell is happening with that? And then we have to talk about the big show that's coming out tonight that, like, nobody is talking about. That is Secret Invasion. Like, Secret Invasion got a slap tonight. It's got a lot of pressure on it, so we got to talk about that. Also, as well, I want to do something a little funny tonight, man. Like, these shorts comments be triggering me, so I want to go through and read and react to some of these shorts comments because they be like out of pocket, bruh. So we're gonna go through that, which should be a good, fun time. And then I got my 3 things that I want to talk about today. There's 3 things that just, we did this last segment, 3 things in 3 minutes. Want to do those quick hitters, like hot takes, quick takes, whatever you want to call them. So we got that popping off, and then I can hang out in the chat and see what's going on with y'all, and got some channel news later at the end of this stream too. So without further ado, let's get into it. And first off, let me say what's up. Let me say what's up to the people in the chat. What is going on to my bright and earlies? Let me make sure we good here. And let me know how the audio is doing, because your boy is over here on Stream Labs today, if you can't tell the difference. Because I need my music in the background. You know what I mean? So let me know how the audio is doing in the building. So look, let me say what's up to everybody. We got Trinity, 2nd Street Marvel, first one in. What's going on, my brother? Jared N, what's popping? Brian Stone, the talented, the ever so talented Mr. Griffin, and Eric Shaw. What is going on, my good people? Look, so without further ado, let's get right into it, because this whole shit about them not popping up at Comic-Con, like, let me know in the chat, like, is it a big deal or is it not a big deal? Because to me, this is like a pretty huge fucking deal, right? For them to not be showing up to Comic-Con in Hall H, like, that's nothing that you ever really expect to hear from Marvel. Like, if I was to tell you that Marvel is not going to be bringing the goods to Hall H, and it's not necessarily because of a D23 coming up, right? Like, even when you have D23, even when you have those things coming on, Marvel still brings the juice to San Diego Comic-Con. So let me ask y'all this. Is this a big deal? Is Marvel not being at SDCC 23 a big deal? Is it a big deal? What's going on, Parker Peters? Like, no presence at all is wild, like he says. No presence at all is like it's wild. And again, let me know in the comments if the audio is straight, because we all over here. I can't really tell with the setup right now, but we're getting into some things later where your boy will be upgrading the setup here. But let me digress. Let me digress and get back into what we're talking about. If you missed it, Marvel is not going to be a Hall H. This sound is good, bro. So y'all hear the music and everything. Bet. All right, so let's get into this article here. This was first reported from The Wrap, from that man Humberto Gonzalez. And let's go ahead and read through the article. It says, after making a big splash at Comic-Con 2022, Marvel will skip. Come on, skip Hall H this year. The Wrap has exclusively learned. Marvel will, however, have a presence on the convention floor, which should go without saying, but that's not what you go there for. Look, let me just start off here, too. Imagine going to your first Comic-Con excited to see Marvel at Hall H. Like, excited, like you're thinking they're going to pop back and come hard, right? Imagine having that excitement and then this happens. Like, that letdown, I haven't talked about it much. That letdown, we'll talk about it in a little bit, is effing huge, bro. But let's keep going. It says, Marvel will, however, have a presence on the convention floor. The studio, which has always given convention goers flashy first looks at upcoming movies and shows, currently has multiple productions on pause due to the ongoing writer's strike. The productions currently on pause include Blade, Thunderbolts, Daredevil, and Wonder Man. The writer's strike, along with a potential strike with the SAG-AFTRA, I know I probably mispronounced that, is making it tough for the studios to show up to the annual convention without product and performers to promote their projects. If SAG is unable to reach a new deal, new labor contract, and strike in order to strike, actors will not be able to do any promotional work for their films and TV movies and shows, which is a big deal in itself as well, like a pretty big deal. But at the end of the day, this shit's gonna get resolved because people gotta eat. Like that's one thing I don't really worry about strikes, because at the end of the day, it's gonna get done. Because at the end of the day, somebody is gonna get hungry, and more than likely, it's gonna be the writers or the actors or what have you, the workers. But let me digress. Marvel Studios isn't the only one skipping the annual Geek Fest, as the rap is also hearing that Universal, HBO are possibly sitting out Comic-Con as well. Last year, Marvel Studios threw a much needed Hail Mary at Comic-Con with a triumphant return to Hall H stage, where the company announced not one but 3 phases of the MCU. Kevin Feige ran a tight ship in his usual role as rockstar showman with the creatives and cast for various projects touted one by one, with announcements that for now at least seem to have settled the question of whether Marvel is losing focus fairly definitively. Man, I lost my train of thought. The standouts, of course, were the emotional Wakanda Forever trailer. All right, they wrapped up last year, but let's get back into the talk here, because what this is coming down to is really them trying to blame it on the writer's strike, right? And really trying to them blame it on, things that's going on that's out of their control. And by the way, smash like if you're just popping in here, hit the subscribe button if you're new. But isn't it kind of like a perfect storm for Marvel? All right, so let me look. We got this 90, we got 10 votes in here, and it's 90 to 10. All right, so let me ask this question then. I'm gonna end this poll and I'm gonna ask this next question. It's a big deal, right? But does this work in their favor? You know what I mean? Like, with this writer strike and with everything going on, does this benefit Marvel? Because just how, like, the COVID really effed up what Marvel was doing, like, really effed up their momentum and, like, effed up their plans. I think if COVID didn't happen, Falcon and the Winter Soldier would have slapped a lot differently. And then what we see in Falcon and the Winter Soldier and what we see on Disney Plus has a lot different resonance, right? So let me ask y'all this. We're gonna ask you another poll here. Does this, how do I put it, no show and excuse work in Marvel's favor? Does this work in Marvel's favor? I think it absolutely does, because if we look at the pros and cons, all right, let me go through my pros and cons of what we have going on here with Marvel. First off, the pro is it gives Marvel time to get its shit together. Like this, if you needed evidence that Marvel is getting its shit together, this is it, bro. Because like we're not going out here promoting this shit, we're not going out here throwing stuff at the wall. We need to take a step back and assess where we're at. Not only you got this whole Jonathan Major shit going on, really what you were banking on was this kind of Rick and Morty style of like multiverse storytelling, and that stuff is falling apart. Like the hype train for Marvel is going down. Everything for Marvel is down, so they need a break to like get their ducks in a row to really like tie home like what we're doing here. Got all these projects on the wall. All of these projects on the wall. You have to figure out what you're doing to tie it together, because I think they've kind of realized we're not here for filler shows. We're not here to see shows as not going to push the story forward. You know what I mean? Like during the height of, especially after Black Panther, I think after Black Panther, after Civil War, when we saw Spider-Man, when we saw Black Panther, like I did get a wishing to be like, man, like I wish we could see more of what's happening with these characters between movies. And that was something to deal with, maybe them doing like, in my thought they would do like comics, right? In my thought they would do something that would, you would like maybe put comic issues out for people to read. But it came in shows. And the problem was that these shows don't connect to any movies. Like if we had the movies out here and these characters were filling in what's happening between the movies, that's one thing. But that's not happened yet. They've been character introductions. So, long story short, with all the things that they announced last year, they need to really dial back in what they're doing with they need to really dial back in what they were doing with their projects and where they're headed. So that's a pro out of this. But a con, let's be real, there's more cons to this than there are pros. Like, it does give off that kind of L. Like, at the end of the day, when you're not showing up publicly, that gives off an L. Especially when your public perception is that you've been taking L's already, right? Like, especially when your public perception is that you've been taking L's. This is yet another major, massive L for Marvel. Take that into consideration. So it makes it seem more dead. And on top of that, it really gives you like no news, bro. Like, like for real, like between Secret Invasion, which again, people are not, and we're going to get into Secret Invasion and talk about it, but people just don't seem hyped for Secret Invasion as a whole. Like, there's no eagerness to go see Secret Invasion, like to watch Secret Invasion outside of people I know on YouTube. And even then, the hype ain't really there. Like, that adds on to the negativity. That adds on to that slump. Yeah, I don't even talk about Kraven. Look, Kraven's gonna be in those 3 hits. I don't even want to, like, we're not even gonna spend time on Kraven Hunter. We're not even gonna spend time on Kraven Hunter, Mr. Griffin. But I mean, like, let's be real. Like, between that, not having no news, and then on top of that, like, you are opening the door for other studios to pop up and do things. Now, the good thing that does work in their favor is, like, does this, like, the other studios aren't showing up, right? Like, there are other studios that aren't showing up. But studios that do show up can, like, dictate this media circuit. If we were to get things like, say, something for Invincible, I would love to get some news for Invincible that is going to dominate this news circuit out of this. I mean, and honestly, Invincible is setting up to be the best nerdy thing to come out this year. Well, shit, you got, you do have into this Across the Spider-Verse. I don't know if it's going to top Across the Spider-Verse, but I'll say this: it's going to be the best nerdy show to come out this year, unless Secret Invasion does something to blow my muffin cap back blue. It's going to be the best. Invincible is going to be the best show this year. So you're giving credence for things like that. Maybe Rebel Moon comes out and does some things too. Like, you take all of those things into consideration, and you're going to have that L. Like, that's just a massive con. So, with that being said, though, I agree with the chat here in the poll that it is working in Marvel's favor, this excuse. Like, at the end of the day, to publicly save face to everybody who's not in the know, to everybody who's not popping in these dreams and hitting the like button, you know what I mean? To everybody that's doing that, it's letting you know that Marvel is going to save face, bro. Marvel is going to come out good out of this just solely because of blaming it on the strike. That seems like a good enough excuse. Like, we can't do this right now. We don't want to do this. We want to support the strike. That's enough of a win for them. So all of that shit together, Marvel comes out on top primarily because this pro of them getting their shit together. At the end of the day, this is going to be a small scratch on a bigger picture when Marvel actually maybe gets their shit together. Right? Like, I'm not going to care about them not coming out and announcing stuff this year. I really like if you get to a certain point that you might get tired of announcements. Here's the thing. If you aren't producing quality content, if you're producing mids, ain't nobody gonna give a damn about your announcements, bro. Like if you're producing mids, announcements don't really mean shit. If you're producing mids, I don't want to hear about what you got coming out. It comes to a point where you has to come back to it comes to the point where it just has to come back to you showing action, doing shit with your words, like actually delivering quality content. That's what it comes back to, and that's what they have to, I think, at this point do. Because again, I don't think announcements at this point is really the way to go. Like people really got to see it. People really got to get that word of mouth hype. Like word of mouth hype, there's nothing in this world like word of mouth hype. And I think that's coming very evident with things like Across the Spider-Verse. There's nothing more potent than word of mouth hype. And that's what Marvel has to get back. And announcements just ain't going to do that. So the last thing I do want to touch on this topic, and then we'll move on, is the fact that, like, bruh, I feel sorry for the people. Imagine this. Like, imagine you're going to Comic-Con for your first time. And there's no Marvel at Hall H at San Diego Comic-Con, bruh. Like, no Marvel at Hall H at San Diego Comic-Con. Like, I was going to be going to New York Comic-Con this year. You know, for the Nerd Avenger meetup, what have you. If there's no Marvel, like, I mean, I know it's not as big of a grand scale, but let's say the actors from Marvel aren't showing up, right? Let's say we're not getting any type of Marvel panel, the type of thing. I don't know if I'm going to that shit no more, bro, because that's what I'm going to go see is some Marvel shit. So, like, I can't imagine having your ticket for San Diego Comic-Con, that shit being, like, less than a month away, being hella hype for your first Hall H Marvel shit. Like, you know, you're getting hella hype. Marvel's coming back. Like, Marvel's getting back on their shit's naive. You know what I mean? Like, Marvel's doing their thing. You're getting hella hype for it. For them to be like, we not coming. Like, bruh, I want my money back. I want my money back after that shit, bro. Damn, that water good as fuck. Y'all see this? Y'all see this? The water, the condensation from the water. This water is good as fuck right now. But back to the main topic at hand. That's all I just gotta say, bro. Like, at the end of the day, it's gonna be a dub. But right now, this shit sucks. It's a massive L. Like, what the hell is happening over there? Yeah. But anyway, let's get into our next topic. That is Secret Invasion. And I'm going to pause the music here. They came out with a new clip today for Secret Invasion. I didn't get to see it yet. I didn't get to see the clip yet for Secret Invasion. But I figured, why not watch it here together? You know what I mean? Look, put a fist in the chat if you're hyped for Secret Invasion. Like, what's y'all hype level for Secret Invasion? And I'm gonna get into the comments here before we hop in all the way into the video. Let me see what y'all saying. All the talent are in court, and the writers, all the talent is in court, and the writers are in strike, and the directors are in solidarity. Yeah, bro, like it's all kind of a big goobly glob mess over there. That's some Second Street Marvel. The hype train may slow a hair, but in real time, yep. They need to get that shit together. They do, man. They do, Cybercoastal. It could totally increase the demand for news on their products. Wow. Yeah, that is true, Brian. I will give it that. All right, I'm gonna skip down to Michael. Michael says, "I just want to see Nick Fury show out and show how much badass he is. I really do too, bro." All right, so let's see. And it's not vodka in there. There's actual water. Like, I ain't drinking vodka tonight. It might sound like it, but I'm not drinking vodka tonight. All right. But Coachella Coastal coming in with a 6 out of 10 for the hype for Secret Invasion tonight. Brian Stone, I think he's giving a 2. Are you giving a 2 that you're out, or are you giving a 2 that's how hype you are? And then Jared says a 7.5-ish. Second Street Marvel says, I don't get hyped for any of these type of shows at this point. Trinity, when they get here and I watch, maybe. Bro, I feel you. And I was like, I'm contemplating taking tomorrow off from work for this show. But I'm actually working on some other videos. I'm probably not going to make a video for this unless it's wild. That's the thing. And we'll talk about it after this clip. But this episode has to be wild. Like, they can't waste no time. It has to be wild. The child to Mr. Griffin, you had an 8, bro. 7.5 is 8. Like, I'm about like with Cyber Coaster, with Coachella Coaster. I'm about at like a 6. I'm about like at a 6 height for this. So look, let's watch this clip. And let's see how we feel.
Heist at a black market storage facility in Kazakhstan happened a couple days ago.
Doesn't ring a bell.
You know, I may not know when a Skrull is pretending to be a human, but I sure as hell know when a human is lying. You know damn well what was in that storage vault.
The fact that you don't know tells me all I need to know about this new, rather old Nick Fury. I think Thanos' snap changed you. Taught you that no matter how hard you fight for what's right, there's always someone stronger to undermine you.
You seem to forget this old Nick Fury has 30 years of hands-on experience with Skrulls. I know the nature of this threat way better than you ever will.
Is that your idea of an offer of some sort of collaboration between us?
We used to work pretty well together back in the day.
Back in the day, you would have seen my rather mediocre bagmen coming a mile away. The fact that you didn't see them coming means you haven't a hope in hell of seeing Gravik and his rebels coming, which makes you, as a partner, rather pointless.
Damn. I don't know how I feel about that. What y'all think about that scene? Look, all right, first off, let me get the music back popping. Let me turn this down. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. We ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. Let me turn this down. Let me get this music back popping. What's going on, chillin'? Chilling in the basement. What's popping? Seat up. Good to see you as always. Look, bro. I don't know. Like, look, that clip that they gave us, that clip that they gave us with Everett Ross and the other agent, like that shit was dope. That shit was tense. Fury getting cut. Like that type of energy, Trinity. Like, I don't want to waste no time with this type of Fury. I don't want to waste no time with this type of Fury in this episode, bro. We can't afford, Marvel can't afford to waste no time in this shit, dog. They can't afford to waste no time in this shit, bro. Like, you really gonna have Fury ease his way into this? Like, what's he need as part? Like, I need Fury to be badass as soon as he step off, like, the ship. Like, as soon as we see Fury, I need him to be on his Winter Soldier type game. Not on no I'm shook up by the blip. Like, if they're gonna dive into some if this is gonna be some expose or some look into how people are dealing with being blipped, nah, fam. If they're gonna go that route and to make this some type of people have been blipped, like this is what we're dealing with type shit, and you're gonna do that with Nick Fury, bruh. Nick Fury being blipped, bro. If it were not for Nick Fury, imagine what may have happened. Like, I get it. Like, Captain Marvel probably would have came to Earth anyway, right? Like, even if Nick Fury didn't hit that pager, Captain Marvel still probably would have worked her way over to Earth. But Nick Fury called the pager as he was getting snapped. That's how aware he was of that situation. And to know that he had a part in bringing this shit back together, with everything that he went through with the Avengers, what's going on, Daniel Fisher? It's all good. I think, yeah, the notification was wild this week. I didn't get one myself. But to put all of that together with, like, Nick Fury, like, really feeling some type of way about being snapped away and having to get back on this game, that's not what I wanted to see. Now, with that being said, we can turn this shit on the head. Like, Nick Fury could be presenting himself like this to figure out who he can trust. Like, my whole thing, like, what I would really hope to know from, like, what I would really hope they would establish is that Nick Fury has been MIA, is appearing not to be himself because of this whole situation with the scrolls. Like, when you think about studying the situation, if he removes himself from the equation, that may allow room for him to study what's happening more, to observe more of how people are moving. Because when you remove somebody like Nick Fury from the equation, right? Like when you like when Nick Fury, somebody like Nick Fury steps back, people step up. You see what I'm saying? People will start to act differently. You feel me? So with Nick Fury stepping back, hopefully taking this role, I need to see him chisel, bro. Like, I don't need to see him sitting here getting talked down to. I don't need to see him having somebody tell him, having this lady, bruh, tell him that, bro, you don't got it. To tell him, like, nah, we don't need you. Like, having you as a partner is pointless. Like, that's nothing Nick Fury should ever have to hear. And I hope it's a game. Now, this series, more than any series ever in show history, well, you know, I'm not going to go that far. This series, more than any other series that's come out on Disney Plus. Any series that's come out on Disney Plus. Star Wars, MCU, any series that's come out on Disney Plus. This series is riding on this first episode. This first episode has to create a buzz because nobody is giving a damn about commercials. Nobody is giving a damn about ads. You know what we are giving a damn about is when we have to get in the lab on YouTube and dissect shit and look into shit like we did with WandaVision. You know what it is gonna get lit about? If people out here talking about like how like the writing and how the cinematography and what's going on in the show is dope, like they did for Loki. If they bring those tones and those Winter Soldier tones in this episode and make this shit pay off, then this show is on the right trajectory. Then this show can afford to have, look, this show can afford to have like one slow episode, right? You know what I mean? Like this show can afford to have like one lackluster episode. Maybe two, like, one. Other than that, all these episodes have to be between 8 and a 10. Other than like that one episode, all these episodes had to be between the 8 and a 10 for this series to do what it needs to do. And what this series needs to do is put everyone on notice, to pop into that must-see shit, right? Like to become something like a Succession, to become something like, oh shit, I'm blanking on my other shows. But to become something like Invincible, to become something like The Boys, to become a show that people want to watch, that normie audiences want to watch, that's what it needs to become. It needs to become bigger than Mando. It needs to become bigger than Loki. It needs to become bigger than WandaVision. It needs to become bigger than any show that you put on Disney Plus. It needs to be the biggest show on Disney Plus right now because that's what the fuck Marvel needs, bro. That's what the fuck Marvel needs. Marvel needs a show that is going to keep Disney Plus alive, dog. So they have to deliver that. Especially like you can't have Sam Jackson out here in the show delivering some mess, dog. You can't have Nick Fury out here delivering some mess, bro. But let me see what y'all saying in the comments about that. Look, like that's just my take, bro. Like if y'all think like a mid show is cool, that's fine. But me, like I'm not gonna sit here and think like they can just throw some shit out here anymore and it's good. Like to me, like if this show doesn't do good, like if this show does not pop into that conversation, if this show does not get up in that level, cut in Disney Plus. Like, for real. Like, stop that shit. Well, maybe not stop Disney Plus. Star Wars shit seems to be working. But MCU shit, like everything you've got planned, if this shit don't pop with Nick Fury, if this shit doesn't pop with Nick Fury, end it all, bro. Ironheart that's coming up, cut it. Kevin the Chaos, cut it. Wonder Man, cut it. Strange Academy, cut it. Cut it. Cut it. Cut it. Cut it. We don't want no more mids. You need to cut that shit, bro. You need to cut it. And that's all they got to do. All they got to do, if this shit flop, is cut them things. Well, I feel like the same song playing over and over again. What the hell is going on with this music in my home? All right, boom. I just felt like the same song was playing over again. Was it? Am I tripping? Yo, are there ads? I was wondering what happened. Damn, that might have meant people. I didn't know the ads was popping in the middle of the stream like that. If it's mids, can we still blame COVID? Look, we came. Look, I didn't touch on this point. I wanted to touch on this point. This episode needs to have a spoiler-worthy moment. This episode needs to have a spoiler-worthy moment. If it doesn't, they missed out. Look, this show is supposed to be a crazy mind-fuck investigating show where you are investigating people who shapeshift and turn into different humans. Like, you're investigating the alien invasion of people who are shapeshifting and turning into different humans. This show needs a spoiler moment in it bad, bro. This show needs one in it bad. Like, we need someone to be exposed as a Skrull, like in the first episode. Someone of importance. I'm not talking like Ross. I'm talking a superhero. I'm not talking Frogman either from She-Hulk. No She-Hulk camp. Matter of fact, nah, fuck that. No She-Hulk references. Nothing from there. I need someone to be a Skrull of value to be a Skrull. You know what I mean? Like, there needs to be something to be like, to make people have to use that spoiler, like, cover on, use that spoiler warning advisory or what have you on Twitter, right? They need to have that type of moment, create that type of buzz, get that type of thing going for this type of show, especially with the vibes that they're supposed to be bringing. You know what I mean? Let me see what y'all saying in the chat. Yeah, man, fam's doing good, chilling in the basement. Fam's doing good. Daniel Fisher, I don't know what's going on with the notifications, bro. He's had years in an apocalypse arrest on the Skull Space Station. He's had no excuse to come out, not to come out swinging. Exactly, Brian Stone. No excuse not to come out swinging. I wonder if he talks about Cap, Stark, Black Widow at any point. I don't think so. I think he's moved on. I don't expect for him to bring them up at all in this episode. I mean, in this series. Did Fury get snapped, or was that Thanos with Fury? Nope, I think that was definitely Fury. Fury. Yeah, Fury. I don't know why I almost feel like I said Theory. I feel like that's definitely Fury that got snapped. Exactly, when Nick Fury says, this is something I need to do on my own, I was like, please, let him shine it. Exactly, bro. Now, at this point, they can't have any lackluster episodes. But it's just a janky, yeah. I'm with you. Like, when I say lackluster, I mean they can afford to have like 7.5. But other than that, everything has to be an 8 and a 10, and you have to have at least 2 or 3 10s. I'll take that back. You have to have at least 2 or 3 9s or higher and 2 10s. I'm just throwing shit at the wall, but it sounds good. Needs to slap, says Parker Thrips. What's going on, Parker? Man, I'm worried. But I'm worried, man. I'm worried. Like, yeah, you have to be a little worried with what we're seeing here. You have to be a little bit worried for the episode. They cut them off, tax write-offs, like just cut them off. Cut those episodes, cut those shows off. Like, for real, if this show flops, let me go back to the business. Do you really believe if a show with Nick Fury don't get no pull, that a show about Agatha will? Like, I don't think that's like good logic to think that if this show about Nick Fury and Skrulls invading, like a whole secret invasion shit going down, if that can't get pulled, then what makes you think an Ironheart show would get pulled? No, dog. Back to what I said at the beginning when it came to these Disney Plus shows at the beginning of the stream. We wanted more content to fit in between bomb-ass movies. I wanted to see continuations of whether it was side characters, whether it's main characters or side characters. I wanted to see a continuation of stories after those movies. You know what would be the best Disney Plus show that they could put out right now? The best Disney Plus show they could put out right now is an animated version of the Guardians of the Galaxy. If they could pull off a live action version, dope. But an animated version of the new Guardians of the Galaxy would be the best show on Disney Plus. That would get the biggest numbers out of any show that you've got on Disney Plus. You want to know why? Because it's a continuation of that story. Because we know at some point, we know that something as big as the Guardians of the Galaxy in this new team, spending time with this new team, we want to be ready with them. We want to know, like, yo, what the fuck is going on with this new group? How is Adam Warlock growing? Who is this new person? Like, they need to make these things continue from movies, not be launching points to movies, be a continuation from a movie. They ain't hearing me though, which is good. Like, you know, it's all good. They ain't hearing me, but either way, let me get back to it. Somebody said, could they still, if it's mid, could they still blame COVID? Hell nah, they cannot still blame COVID. And nothing you can blame on this show. But you can't blame shit on this show if it's mid, but what you're doing. Also, too, like, if it's mid, like, you know, something like I'm gonna get some flack for saying this, but part of what made the whole Phase 4 mid for a lot of people was the character selection. And, like, you know, you got your messaging in She-Hulk. I think they did a brilliant job with Miss Marvel, but it still wasn't targeted to the right audience. To me, this show is a dude's show. Even though Sam Jackson is black and he's leading it, I don't think people are looking at this as like a show for black people. Like, I don't think that people are looking at this like this is like a if you're a Marvel fan, you should watch this show type of show. If they can't get that to pop for this, you got issues. If you can't get this to pop, this is meant for every Marvel fan. Every Marvel fan, like this type of show, you got Nick Fury in it. This isn't meant for your deep dive fans like I feel like Loki was. This is meant for your everyday Marvel fan, and they have to resonate with it. So if it's mid, they can't blame it on nobody but themselves. If Secret Invasion is mid, you can't blame it on nobody but yourself. Bring back Steve Rogers in the show, have him be a Skrull. Yeah, like, you got to do some wild type shit like that. I also think one of the episodes should let you know that Nick Fury knows about Kang already and is trying to find a way around it. I would like that. I think that's a little bit too big. The only way I feel like he would know about Kang is if they talk to the Van Dams. And I don't think the Van Dams are out here sharing that secret. Like, I don't think they have any allegiance to anybody to want to clue them in on that information at this point. Because I feel like, damn, like, that's another part that makes this movie ass. Like, I feel like if Scott were to come out, like, what the fuck, like, how do we never think about this shit? All right, we about to get into a tangent here. Scott getting out of that portal, escaping Kang, holding on to dear life, he ain't telling nobody. Like, he ain't getting out of there. As soon as he gets out, he's not calling Falcon up. You know what I mean? He's not calling Falcon up, trying to tell him about this shit. He ain't calling up Clint. He's not calling up your Avengers. He's not out there looking for old man Cap. He ain't calling up Falcon and be like, yo, have you seen old man Cap? Like, yo, something big is going down. He said he's killed Thor before. Yeah, Thor, he said he's killed him, and if anything, not to warn, to fucking brag, bro. Wouldn't Scott come out just to fucking brag and be like, yeah, you know, man, I took down this motherfucker who said he beat Thor. I beat him. I defeated him. We ain't getting no indication that they did any of that. We got indication. The only thing they hinted at is that he kept it a secret. Why would you keep that a secret? Why would you keep that secret? So right now, I think the only people who really know about Kang are Loki, the TVA, and Loki, the TVA, and Ant-Man and all them. I don't think Nick Fury knows about Kang. I don't think he does. That's very interesting. I don't think he knows about Kang. I would love if he did though. This one might have one on my phone. We need to check it. I don't know what you're talking about there, Daniel Fisher. The only excuse can be, all right, we were scrolling down here. What's going on, Brooke Chen? How's it going? And if you're just popping in here, drop a like and let me know who you are in the comments. Good hanging out with my good folks here. We'll hang out for about another 30 minutes. We'll hang out for about a good another 30 minutes. Justin, what's popping? He says, don't think about it too much. I scroll down to the comments. Let me scroll back up. It says, if this and Ahsoka bomb, then Disney Plus might be told. Bruh. All right. They're going to make me go on another side tangent because I said this in the tweet earlier this week. It might just be me. But I'm hyped for hearing about the leaks and stuff in Ahsoka. I'm hyped for all the stuff that's coming. To me, I almost have no worries about Ahsoka. But at the same time, I have worries about Ahsoka. Just simply because of the look that we're getting from Ahsoka. And I know it might not be a polished product, but the looks that we're getting from Ahsoka.
It's been a while. Things have changed.
I don't know, bro. Maybe I'm just picky, dog. But this shit kind of, everything reminds me for the most part of that shit looks cool. This shit looks dope. That looks dope. That reminds me of Mando, right?
We have to prepare for the worst.
But this shit,
The Jedi fell a long time ago.
some of this visually is reminding me of, I guess it's the daylight stuff, right? The dark stuff looks cool, but the daylight shots, the stuff the daylight shots really aren't doing it for me. Now, I gotta be honest, the more I'm watching it, the better it looks. So the more I'm watching it, the better it looks than the last time I remember seeing it. So I might have less shaky grounds to stand on. I'm man enough to walk my shit back. This shit looked a lot better this time than it did. I don't know why. But something about talking shit about something makes it look a lot better when you're watching it. But I'm just hoping that we don't get shots in there. Y'all remember when they had that fight scene when Bo-Katan had to fight Axe Wolves with the Darksaber, and when they looked like they was basically in a soccer field. That shit looked a little whack, bro. That shit looked a little dry. I don't want this Star Wars shit to look dry. How dry? Real dry. I don't want this shit to look dry, bro. All right, bro, where were we? Where were we? Mr. Griffin says he's got high hopes. I have high hopes. I ultimately hope that it's going to be good. Do I think it's going to be good? I think it's going to be good. I think Secret Invasion is going to be a good show. Now, do I think it'll be good to everybody? I don't know. Here's what it can't do to. It can't be Loki. People love Loki, but let's be real. I'm not going back and rewatching Loki. when I go back and rewatch Loki, I watched the last episode of Loki. Like I might watch that like twice a year. And then other than that, I go look for Loki on the first episode or something just to get some hints or just to look for some details whenever I'm making a theory video or some shit. This can't do that. Like, this has to be through and through a good season, bro. No Loki episode 3s and 4s for Secret Invasion. And y'all should know what I'm talking about. If you know, you know. Looking forward to Secret Invasion, planning to watch tomorrow after work. That's dope, bro. I hope you enjoy it, man. It does look pretty decent. That depends on the creators. Can they nail the feel and the genre they're going for? I think Ms. Marvel was good. They nailed the feel of the genre they're going for. Yeah, they have to nail what they're going for. And what they're going for is an all-out Marvel banger, bro. They want a classic. This show is a referendum on Disney Plus content. If it bombs, they need to go back to movies only. That's facts. I did go on a little rant. But, like, wasn't it facts? Just hanging out and chilling after work. Really hopes the Secret Invasion show is enjoyable. Man, I hope it is too, bro. I got my beach towel ready. I'm ready to get sweaty. We ain't get sweaty, man. We ain't get sweaty. I just had to let it go. Nah, Ahsoka really can't bomb. Ahsoka really can't bomb. All right. So look, I've been waiting to do this shit for a minute, bro. If you don't know, bro, these shorts comments be getting on my fucking nerves, dog. These shorts comments be getting on my fucking nerves, bro. They be ridiculous, though. People be coming off the cuff. They be jumping off the top rope with these shorts comments. Like, they be saying shit like that, like, bro, well, one, it lets me know you really ain't get the shit, and two, bro, who hurt you, dog? Why are you here? Why are you doing this? Like, dog, just shut the fuck, like, you don't have to comment on it. So, I just figured, hey, why not just run through this shit? Why not just go through some of these comments live? Now, look, what I think I'm going to do next time is the comments that really trigger me. I'm going to hold them for review so that I can have them, like, bookmarked. Because there are some comments that really, like trigger me, right? Know-it-all nerds. But they not even know-it-all nerds. My theory is that these motherfuckers ain't even know-it-all nerds. Like, I would say some shit that's not even relevant to comics. And they'll be like, read comics, bro. Comics says it all, bro. That shit's not even like, this concept is new. It's not even, look, without further ado, I bring you my comment section. I'm going to turn this music off. We're going to get real here. It's about to get real. Do I want to make my face bigger? How can I make where should I make my face bigger? Is this good? I don't even know if I should be doing this, bro. I don't even know if, like, it's healthy for me to be doing this. You know what? Here we go. This is what we do. I just put it right there. But we're going to do it, man. Fuck these comments, bro. All right. Can y'all see this shit good? Do I need to make it bigger? That's what she said. Oh, I don't need to make it that big. All right. Here we go. All right, we're going to read through this. All right, let me start right here, bro. This video right here. Have y'all seen this video? Let me see if I can open this Jane in a new tab. Have y'all seen this video, bro? You know what? I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go play this video. Dog. We're gonna go watch this live. We're gonna go watch this short because I gotta start off by defending myself properly. Here. We're gonna go back and watch this short. This one has triggered a lot of people, and you know what I figured out? when you say something that's going over somebody's head, it triggers a lot of people who are insecure about their fucking nerdy shit. It triggers a lot of people who feel like they want to know everything. You're not going to get nothing over me. They're triggered by my line, and it works. That line is a trigger phrase, and it works. It gets people triggered. It gets them going. And I love that shit. I love it. It doesn't do good for subscribers, like, cause like this one, like I get a lot of views on it, but these ones, like they don't do as good as subscribers, cause I think people just get triggered. But it makes money. You know what I mean? Like it racks the dough. Like I think this one got like 3 million views. But anyway, let's run this back so I can just show y'all like what it says and what I'm saying.
This line from Eternals went over everyone's head.
Celestials are the most powerful energy generators in the universe. When Erisha made us, he imbued us with infinite cosmic energy to keep our bodies regenerated.
All right, boom. Fastos is talking about how they're made from Erisham to have infinite cosmic energy for them to regenerate. Boom. Okay, let's keep it going.
That means everyone gets a limited amount of cosmic energy.
That means everyone gets a limited amount of cosmic energy.
And when it runs out,
And when it
you
runs
die.
out,
But if someone
you
were
die. I'll go even deeper here. I am a true believer that everyone gets a limited amount of cosmic energy, bruh. Everyone has cosmic energy. All the cosmic energy really just goes to power the multiverse, to power the universe, to be reborn eventually. The whole rebirth and reborn. That's just what I believe in the MCU is happening. We see it here with how Odin is dying. We see it here with Ned connecting to, I just put Ned up there because Ned's the everyday motherfucker who's using cosmic energy, right? Cosmic energy is magic. Like, bro, cosmic energy is every fucking thing. But I clearly said that means everyone. Maybe I should have said, you know what? Maybe I should have said everyone else. But the hint should include in to when they're talking about the Eternals to now. If you're going to comment, you should know and should listen to where I am clearly talking about a different subject than what this motherfucker, than what the motherfucking Fastos was talking about.
to tap into that infinite source like the Eternals, they'd become immortal. And I bet this is how Kang...
Now look, this shit right here was just like a throwaway shit. I actually do think it's possible that King the Conqueror has mastered. I mean, if the Ancient One is doing it, and if Agatha Harkness is doing it, why wouldn't King the Conqueror be using infinite cosmic energy to keep himself alive as well? You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, like, that's not the stretch. Now, like, I know he lives outside of time. How does the motherfucker stay young when he's inside of time doing shit? It's just different shit from the comics. Like, I know it's not what they do in the comics, but it's all different shit. All right, so that being said, that out the way, let's get to these comments. And look, I know I might... What's going on, Mike Porter? How's it doing, bro? How you hanging, dog? It's good to see you. Now I feel bad for snapping when Mike Porter comes in here, all stoic and shit. Would he have to have it if he can traverse the timeline? That is true. But I mean, I feel like at the same time, if he doesn't age while he's, bro, imagine how many years he might have spent as Ramatut, right? Like, you got to spend years in time actually doing this shit to make it pay off. And he don't age. At least what we see, and everybody seemed to be the same age in this shit. The post-credit scene. But let's get to the comments. This comment just came in 3 hours ago, bruh. This 3 hours ago. Now, I tell you, my views, there's some days when my shits, I'll get like, fucking like, I think the most I've gotten was 1 billion views. But recently, like, the most I've gotten was like 800,000 views in a day. So the comments really be coming in then. Right now, my shits is at like 5,000 an hour. That shit is way down. And it says, so my comments ain't coming in like that. But I still got motherfuckers like this commenting heavy. Infinite means limitless. So your theory is wrong. Or what am I missing? Bruh. You're missing you're missing what the fuck I'm changing the subject. He's missing just what I went over. All right. Here, we got people talking about the 616 shit. This was been hilarious. And you know what? Like, I really don't give a fuck what y'all think about 616, 1999. I'll just clear the air for myself. Like, bro, to me, it really don't matter as long as you don't say it can't be 616 because of the comics. That's all I fucking care about. As long as your answer as to why the MCU is not the 616 is it can't be the 616 because of comics, then we good. Like, I get it. Other universes would designate other universes as different numbers, bro. But it's not because of that one reference that happened before Iron Man came out. To where people now, when they say the MCU is 616, bitch, no. There's no way that one universe can contain a multiverse. Bitch, no. Secret Wars did not impact the MCU. Bitch, no. They're two different mediums. Bitch, when they came out with this rule, when they put that reference in that comic book, Kevin Feige had nothing to do with Marvel Comics or what they're doing there. They were two separate wheelhouses. Bullshit. Sony did their homework. Kevin did not do his homework. Who the fuck is you? Who are you to think you could say be coming out the cup of Kevin Feige? Like, he's the one who runs this shit, bro. Like, niggas is dumb, bro. From Kevin, it's 616. From Sony, it's 1999. However, when Iron Man came out 15 years ago, the Marvel Comics designated as 1999. The main comics. Again, Kevin is clueless. Like, yo, people are really coming in. Like, at least they're not coming at me. But they gotta know, bro. Like, Kevin, these niggas out here arguing. They out here arguing with the CEO of not only Marvel now, but this motherfucker, correct me if I'm wrong, but this motherfucker making decisions for comics too, bro. Y'all out here arguing with what he's saying? All because of one little reference? I tell you, dog, like, I am not the best one to be getting these comics. It really makes me question whether or not I really want it. You know what I mean? Look, another one. Referring that. Like, I don't care, bro. And here's something, like, what's crazy too is if I do a video about Black Panther, some of these comments be like, yet Moon Knight would body Black Panther. We don't know that. Yet Moon Knight would body Black Panther. Which Moon Knight? You talking about Jake Lockley? Maybe Jake Lockley. Which Black Panther? Nah, he might body Shuri. He might be right there. So let me digress on that one. Let me get down to some of these. This was so wrong. Okay, let me see. Everyone overlooked Jet Li's the one who explained all the King storyline. Wait a minute. Everyone overlooked Jet Li's the one who explained all of the King storyline in a much better format. Okay, I wasn't. Oh, here we go. No, I didn't think anyone missed the one most important plot point of this video. You know what? I'll pull up this video because when I say some things like people overlook something, it's hilarious that people come in the comments saying nobody overlooked it, while in the comments, they're the ones overlooking it. Kendall is just a toxic normie. Maybe I am. You know what? Maybe I am. People would literally argue with Jesus. They would. They would. And see, Trinity, I agree with you, bro. I agree with you. I agree with you. All right, I got into the comments here in our section. And this is what I'm saying, like, this motherfucking community. Like, bro, like, I know y'all. Y'all can rag on my shit. But these motherfuckers out here think, you know the worst one when it says somebody didn't watch the movie. Or somebody says someone didn't watch the movie. That's the one that triggers me the most because obviously I fucking watch this shit more than you. All right. Let me go to this one. We're
What if
taking our
Doctor?
time.
So this line from Eternals went over every. So this line from Eternals
We're
went
taking our
over.
time on this shit. And I will say I'm going to chill on saying like this shit went over everyone's head because I don't want to invite this shit. But it was a very clever line. I will say that. But I don't feel like dealing with that shit, bro. All right, here we go.
Yo, everyone overlooked this line from Doctor Strange.
It's our fear of death that gives Dormammu life. He feeds off it.
You feed off him.
What is he talking about?
Her long life, the source of her immortality. She draws power from the dark dimension to stay alive.
Look, everyone gets a limited amount of cosmic energy, but the
Hey, by the way, I'm very heavy on cosmic energy. I will drive this cosmic energy point to the ground, bro. I would drive this cosmic energy point to the ground.
ancient one.
I've really kind of made this one in response to people talking shit on my other videos. I just made this one to prove another point. And I ain't gotten to the point to be like, yo, you know what? Go watch this one to explain it. Nah, not even that. You can see it later. I did have one person comment, you were driving this cosmic energy point to the ground, and I fucking am. I am running this cosmic energy point to death, and I will continue to do it.
Agatha Harkness, the Eternals, and Winru with the 10 rings all draw infinite amounts of cosmic energy from other dimensions, and that allows them to become immortal.
So let's come back to this comment here. I don't think anyone missed it. It was the most important plot point. You clearly missed the point of this video. The point of this video was not that Dormammu was the source of her energy. That was clearly not the point of this video. The point of this video was clearly highlighting how people can become immortal. And I'm getting like that's like the most popular comment under that video is that's the whole entire point. No. Yeah, that is the plot of that. But that's not what I'm talking about here. What I'm talking about here is how you can be immortal in the MCU. I'm trying to back that shit up what people are saying in the MCU, not about what the comics say. But what I digress. We'll get out of there. But I don't know. Would y'all want to do that again? Let me know. Would you want to do that again? Would you want to read through the comments? When New Rockstar says it, no one has a problem. It's cool when they do it. Probably when I do it, fuck. You know what I mean? That type of shit. When New Rockstar comes out and says it, it is on it, bro. Bro, that's the one right there, dog. That's the one right there. Where am I? Where my shit? Can I pin that shit? Can I pin this shit? New Rockstar says it. No one has a problem. When New Rockstar says it, no one has a problem. So let me read through these comments, then we're gonna get into our 3-minute hitter, and then I got some show notes. I got some announcements I got for y'all. You know, something cool for y'all. And then after that, we'll get on out of here, hang out in the chat for a little bit. And then we just, all right. All Marvel is Feige's now, right? Like, bro, why are you arguing with Kevin Feige? He clearly wants the Sacred Universe to be 616. Clearly. Trinity, when you said it really is the comics, bro, what were we talking about? Well, were we talking about King the Conqueror? Look, here's the thing too. We can say what we want about King the Conqueror in comics and like Mastering Time Travel and shit. But even in the MCU, they've changed King the Conqueror in ways. Damn, I got this shit way too loud. I apologize. I'm blowing y'all's ears out. They changed King the Conqueror in ways. They changed the rules of time travel in ways to make you think like, yo, anything is Any theory is possible. You can't just write it out because it happened in comics a different way. You know what I mean? Like, you can't write out theories just because it happened in comics a different way. Now, I know that that's not how Kang the Conqueror lives forever in comics. And that's like the crazy thing is like, I know that that's not comic accurate. I know it 100% to a T. But this ain't comic. And that's like maybe the bigger discussion here. It's like, this to remind niggas, like, this ain't comics. Different rules are being established. Comics can inspire. Comics can like be a launching point and an end goal. But a lot of this stuff gets changed, bro. Roles get given to different players, different heroes type shit. How this stuff is built is different. Like, the whole King Conqueror shit is different. It's a bit different. Either way, I digress. I am feeding an infinite amount of toxic energy. Trinity loves it. I bet Trinity's eating this up. But Trinity's like, I bet I'm making you. Am I making you proud, Trinity? Trinity, did I make you proud? I hope I made you proud, Trinity. I hope you sat there and looked and smiled and said, this motherfucker right here, he's doing it tonight. But yeah, I do think its universe has their own numbering system. I think that's only logical. Now, I think we should use whatever numbering system that our sacred timeline uses. Whatever numbering system that we use, that needs to be the one that we refer to. This is nerds, right? This is like whatever the MCU sacred timeline is referring to multiverse, like it's labeling these multiverses as, that's the one that we need to go with in my mind. These commenters just like to see their own words on the page. Bro, ain't that facts, bro? Ain't that facts? Ain't that facts? There was one comment, dog, and I will never ever get to it. I would never ever get to it. But there was one comment where I responded with straight facts to a comment. And homie, like, he didn't respond. But then, like, somebody responded and, like, I guess he couldn't tell if he was agreeing or disagreeing with him. He was like, are you responding to me or the content creator? Like, bro, like, you saw my response? Either way, we MCU is not comics. It's based on it. It is. It is. It's literally just based on it. He's getting ready to ban me. I'm not getting ready to ban you, Trinity. I would never. The dude that said the one, that's my jam. I'll watch part 2 of that anyway. Which one? That dude said the one, that's my jam. What are you talking about, Michael? What are you talking about, Michael? Let's see. When New Rockstar says it, is they love it. They eat it up. I think next time we should use the vocal effect that Star Wars Obsession has when you read comments. Yeah, I'm getting that, bro. We're getting there. I comment to educate and to see my words on the internet. I just love, like, honestly too, like, I like debate. Like, really, like, if I had time, I would engage in a lot of Twitter and Facebook comment. Like, I just like comment debates, bro. Like, I don't care. Like, that, I like that stuff. I don't know what it is about me, but like I think I can do a very good job too of separating that from my everyday life, and I just like engaging in it. I just like engaging in it. Oh, okay. But look, let me hit on my 3. Where's my timer? Where's my phone? I'm gonna set my timer. I got my 3. If you didn't catch it last time, like, this was one of my fun segments. Let me put my notes up here. Where you at, bitch? Where you at, notes? Cool. Here we go. I'm gonna set my timer here. All right. I'm gonna set my timer here. 3-minute timer. and we're gonna hit on our 3 topics of tonight. All right, ready? All right, you are. So, like, look, topic number 1, I got to talk about it. I just got to put a little bit of time into the Mighty Pups. That trailer for the Paw Patrol movie, The Mighty Pups. Kid movies are back, bro. Like, I don't know if it's because I'm looking for movies for my daughter to watch or what, but the level of kid movies, like kid movies just being kid movies, I think we're going to see that they're going to come back. Paw Patrol might make a lot of money, bro. Like, they might put up Mario numbers. I'm just being real. If you haven't seen the Paw Patrol Mighty Pups commercial trailer, you need to go watch it. If you haven't seen that trailer, you need to go watch it because you seriously be blown away. I'm a bit blown away. Like, it has no business being that good. I know it's still going to be a kid's movie. I'm going to go in there with the same attitude that I had for Mario. I'm going there with the same attitude I had for Mario. I know it's a kid's movie, but this joint look fun. Like, I didn't even watch Paw Patrol growing up, and my son loves Paw Patrol. And I'm going to take my daughter to see it. It's going to be lit. The only thing that could cause it trouble, though, in the box office is that Trolls is coming out around that time, too. But look, I took way too much time on my 3 minutes. I got like 1 minute and 45 seconds left. But yo, like, it is looking pretty good for that Mighty Pups movie. Up next, I do want to talk about, yo, tell me what's going on with Ja Morant and Zion, bro. Look, Zion not going to face any ramification for his baby mama drama. But if something leaks of Zion and his baby mama drama, like, it'd be, bro, I just don't know what to do about that class. And then you got Ja Morant, 25 games. And apparently, according to a camp, his team feel like people are out to get him, bro. Like, what is going on with this dude? Like, dude, nobody's out to get you. You're putting your stuff out on Front Street, bro. Like, that's you, dog. Nobody else is coming to get you. You're getting yourself. You're putting yourself out there. That's you, dog. Nobody's coming to get you. Nobody's trying to make an example out of you. That's just you. And then lastly, fitting in here in this last 45 seconds, that Kraven the Hunter trailer is not worth the 45 seconds I'm about to spend on it, bro. That Kraven the Hunter trailer was so trash. There's nothing about Kraven the Hunter that makes me want to go see that movie. First off, you get bit by a lion, then you get lion powers, bro. What type of BS sense does that make? So are you telling me that if I go out there and I get bit, you know what? I go out there and get bit by a hippopotamus. You tell me I'm gonna become like a dangerous type of, like, I'll get the power of a hippopotamus? Bro. And then they're gonna put in that pointless shot of the spiders coming down. Stop it, Sony. Stop it. It's not too late to not air that movie. It's not too late to put it straight to streaming. Just stop it. Just stop it. And that's my 3 minutes. That's my 3 minutes. But look, let me know what y'all think. Look, I'm going to go through these comments, then we're going to get out of here. I would talk about The Flash. I just don't care enough to talk about it, bro. It flopped. It's another DC movie that flopped. Water's wet. Okay, what else can I say? Nobody thought this movie was going to make money. Zack Snyder didn't think this movie was going to make money. It flopped. And apparently it's not good enough because the word of mouth ain't going to do what it's finna do. It's going to continue to flop. What's going to be wild is if Blue Beetle flops and if Aquaman 2 flops, that's damn near $1 billion in lost money. It's wild. They need to... Bruh. Here's the thing. James Gunn, an average creator, like an average movie director, whatever he does. But I don't want to say average. He's good. He's good at what he does. He's getting better at what he does. But that does not mean that he is an executive. That does not mean he needs to be somebody making those decisions. You know, Michael Jordan shouldn't be a coach. You know what I mean? Like, just because you're good in one lane doesn't mean you need to step in another lane. And you know what he really blows? All right. Damn, I don't want to rant. But you know what really ticks me off about Gunn? I saw this interview where he was talking about how he pretty much came up with the lore of the Infinity Stones. I need to go and watch that interview in full to make sure, like, it's not like another piece that they're cutting out. dog, you didn't make that lore. It's in comics. You just wrote that lore. You took that lore and put it in there. But look, I'll chill. Word of mouth is gonna smash this movie. Yeah, bro. Yeah. Hey, but look, like I said, it's been a great night chilling with y'all. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. If you're new in here, hit me up on Twitter, King Kunch. Hit me up on Instagram, King Kunch. Look out for new videos coming out. Also, as well, I'm launching memberships starting next month. Working out the details on what that's going to entail. Like, I'm thinking about either taking these streams and putting them on members, and then just cutting out clips from these streams and putting it on, and just putting that back out there to just for more of the members to be able to be here live and chat. I've been still looking at that way, but look out. Members are going to be here, and it's not going to be like arm and leg. I know there's a whole bunch of memberships that are already out there. Just looking at like 99-cent memberships, $2 memberships, $5 memberships, nothing wild like that. But yeah, be on the lookout for that. Also got some new videos popping as well, long form videos. I recorded it today. I'm looking to do something a little interesting, trying to tap into like my Nick Fury type vibes type shit, with like how I present my theories to make it just more fun and entertaining. So I hope y'all enjoy it when it comes out. Look, I'm really pushing for it to come out this week. But also, like I said, we stream Thursdays. Like, those are our automatic times. If I do add a stream during the week, it will be on Wednesdays and Tuesdays. Just hit that notification bell so you know we're streamed. I'll likely start to put community posts up on there, up on YouTube, so you know when we're going to be streaming. But other than that, man, look, it's been dope hanging out with y'all. It's been good seeing a bunch of you faces in here, man. I love it. Thank y'all for stopping by, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.